course, I'm Sean, and I am the electronics guru in
Polo, Missouri.
Got my own business, been in business since 2019, and had a shop in Excelsior Springs, but other than that, I got over 30 plus years experience working on electronics in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have him hand me the phone back, and I'm going to show you guys how to change these diodes. And this is for America only, people. And they're very tiny. It's hard to see them. And this is the tip of my tweezers. You can see how big the tip are. You know, they're pretty tiny. But these things are about the same size. Can you move that light back a little bit, please? Thank you. So we did is I took out diode 1 and diode 3 over here. You take that out and that will increase your bandwidth. Now on one of the bands it drops it down and does to what?
To Japanese spec 72. I think
Yeah.
the 40 meter, the top side of the 40 meter band didn't change, but every other band went to normal US.
So he thinks he can fix that by going into the menu and shifting his bandwidth up a little bit on that one.
Doing some edge work.
Doing some edge work, as he calls it. But yeah, those are pretty tiny. You know, I didn't realize how tiny they were until I actually had them on a tweezer, and they look like a grain of sand. I'm like, holy cow, those are tiny. But you got to have specialty tools. And I had to use my hot air station right here with my soldering iron. And it's a micro soldering iron. You don't want to use a regular soldering iron on there because you'll take all the diodes off the board. But here's my hot air rework gun and a mini soldering iron. And then this is a necessity, folks. If you're going to do this work, you have to have one of these microscopes. I highly recommend you get on eBay and buy one, or Amazon. They're well worth the penny. I paid, anyhow, somebody just texted me. Excuse me about that. But anyhow, it's well worth the money. I spent like 150 to 160 bucks for mine. You can get some that you can hook to an external TV monitor that's 4K. I highly recommend one of those that's actually got a boom on it, so you can adjust the microscope part, the camera part, further up or down, whereas this one here is limited up and down. I can't adjust it left or right or front to back. And fortunately, these parts were on the edge of the radio, so we were able to use the edge of the radio, and this microscope fit just enough that I can see to take those two diodes out, diode 1 and diode 3.
Oh, just kidding.
So anyway, guys, again, this is on an ICOM 7300 IC-7300 Japanese ham radio.
From Japan.
From Japan. It's a highly recommended buy. It's cheaper if you buy it from them and find a technician that knows how to do micro soldering to take out those two diodes. You take those two diodes out, you got a whole world of more bandwidth than what you had before, and it's a fairly decent radio. I mean, it's got a scope in it, it's got all kinds of stuff. You can do updates, it's got a USB port on it, but it's highly recommended. And the biggest thing is I like the scope on it because you can see where the activity is. So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and let you go. Again, this is Sean with NatTech Electronics Sales and Service. If you live in the Kansas City area, you can look me up on Google as NatTech Electronics, and it will show my 5-star ratings from numerous customers. Take care and God bless.